Hello and welcome to Steve's Vintage Model Builds. And today we got just a little short reveal of two kits and just very quick after build reviews. Both are Atlantis kits. Actually, both are Atlantis reboxes of old Revell kits. Excuse me. And first up here is the 1/40 scale Atlantis, Reeboks, Nike Hercules missile. And this was a fun kit, and it's very well engineered. Revell first tooled it, and there's been no tooling since, in 1957. And so, anyways, they're cartograph decals, or I'm sorry, I'm not sure what decals they are, but the decals went on very nicely. And the silver access plates were done in with a silver Sharpie. And here's the back end with the decaling. And Thunderbirds are go. Oops. I said it's well engineered, but this isn't. This pops out, but the reason for that is because of the paint on the piston shafts. So anyways, otherwise it works great. The missile comes off here, and so again, there's from the different angles. Stands upright, and here's the launcher, and this was done on purpose to simulate dirt. And so yeah, we've got the pistons. I did those in Tamiya flat aluminum, and then likewise here, and then it was the Vallejo copper. And I think it's turned out very nice. This is a very nice kit. Like I said, I'm not going to go into a big after build review on it, but it's certainly worth the money. It was a fun build. Didn't have a lot of problems to it, and now don't give me a hard time. These have slipped out. Come on now. After saying you were great, now you're giving me a hard time. Anyways. Somebody said put a bit of vegetable oil there to make them go a little better. I don't know. I might pull them and just sand them down really fine. Still try and keep some of the paint on there. Come on now. Come on, my little Nike. There we go. There. Okay. There. That operated as it should have. Okay, so yeah, Atlantis is putting out some great kits. And they're filling a great little niche in the model community, much like Round 2 does. So anyways, next up here is Dauntless Dottie. There, get rid of that. We'll talk about the stand in a minute. So here she is. This Again, an Atlantis Reeboks. This kit was originally tooled by Revell in 1945. And for the most part, it's a good little kit. There were some fuselage fit problems here, and I had to do a lot of carving and cajoling to even sort of get the nose canopy to fit. In any case, there we go. Kit come with 3 figures. We got a pilot, a co-pilot, and a bombardier. Maybe if I move that out a bit, it won't be quite as fuzzy. The bombardier here, and pilot and co-pilot. So you know, a simple little kit, nothing extravagant, but it went together nicely. The decals are good, and you actually get 2 stands. I apologize for the noise, just a moment. Okay, yeah, and here we've got the, again, Atlantis. This is a 1/120 B-29 Superfortress, Dauntless Dottie. You see her there? She's got nice legs. There she is, Dauntless Dottie, covering her ample bosom. And her sister ship was Fifi, which still flies. As a matter of fact, I watched Fifi land just the other day. I think it was at the Oshkosh Air Show. Not live, on a video. But yeah, the old girl still flies. And yeah, she looked pretty sweet there coming in. So yeah, not much to say about this. I'm pretty happy with the end result. I used Tamiya TS Silver Leaf for the silver, which I also used on some of the Apollo 11 parts, and on the Mirage 3C. And it's become my go-to for colors like this. It's not quite chrome. It's not as bright as chrome, so you know you can't really chrome it. You know, use it for chrome. But for any of these bright aluminum applications, it's just great, and it goes on beautifully. I have had some problems with the TS paints. Part of it's probably me, but you know, I put it out there in the community and got some advice back, which has been helpful. The one thing I have learned is it's not good to put the TS lacquer paints on top of water-based acrylics. Near as I could tell, they'll blister every time. So anyways, so I did take a little bit of license. So this A square I is Dauntless Dottie's call sign, and the big A was Fifi's call sign. So sorry if that offends the purists, but I thought it was a nice little homage for both of those aircraft. And the kit came, there is no landing gear. You do not have the option of landing gear. But what you do have, and what you do get, is 2 stands. Ta-da! Now, I wrecked this. This is going to be a, what do you call it? I think it's going to be a brake fluid job. Real brake fluid, not synthetic. Synthetic stuff doesn't work. This was originally clear plastic, and yeah, I thought it would look cool if I sprayed it with clear blue. it just looks blue. It doesn't look cool. And there's, of course, this big, whatever you want to call that. This is a very ingenious system here. This barely holds it up, but it will. And there's a nice relief here of North and South America. And this is a very ingenious little system here. I'm not going to take it apart, but basically this was all one piece, and coming up here, this was included in that piece. Then there's a second piece here that kind of clips on, and there's a little metal ring. Can you see it? A little metal ring that slips over top. And once that metal ring's in place properly, you've got a nice pivoting, not loose, nice and firm stand. And you have to modify the slot a little bit if you want to use this one. You have to enlarge it a little bit. That'll sit you in multiple positions without any problems whatsoever. Here, I'm going to lift that up. Make that look. See that? Isn't that nice? Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, again, a very good value for. I can't remember what I paid for it. You'll have to watch the unboxing. But you know, it was very reasonable, and you know, the figures had pretty decent detail considering they were 1/120, and they were good practice for when I painted up the 1/144 figures for the Apollo. Man, those are tiny. I wouldn't want to go smaller than that. So, anyways, yeah. Yeah, one of my model buddies was working on a 1/700 kit. And he was kind of asking himself whether he should get some aftermarket resin printed 1/700 figures. No, you don't want to do that. Why would you want to torture yourself? In any case, I'm having fun tonight, and my beverage of choice tonight is tea. Tetley, bold, black tea. Or I should say orange pekoe. No cream, no sugar, no milk, just tea and water. Okay, so yeah, I had a lot of fun with both of those builds. I'd recommend those kits to anybody. And I wouldn't want to be a complete beginner. But you know, somebody with some pretty basic skills could have a lot of fun with both of these. The missile's a little more complex, to be honest. You know, if you're a novice, you could probably build your skills on sanding and trimming and filling gaps with it. But in the end, as you saw, it builds up real nice. And you know, when all's said and done, isn't that what you want? Yeah. So, all right. So that's it for today's video. And the next video, which I'm going to shoot in a few minutes, will be the more or less real-time build of the Horton 229 flying wing jet aircraft from World War II. So I'll be I've got that all primed up, ready to go, and we're going to do it as a step-by-step. It's a small kit, won't take very long, and you know, I'll do it in two parts. One part assembly, and whatever painting needs to be done as part of that, mostly in the cockpit. And then part two will be the painting and decaling. So we will we'll see you when I do that video. So thanks to everybody for stopping by. I really appreciate everybody's time, along with all of the encouragement and support that I get from the community. Gavin, Andy, Zinzan, Peter, Stuart, Steve. I really appreciate it all. And so thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll put up end screens referring back to the unboxing videos. So, I'm not a view hog. If people like what they see, I'm happy that they watch. The channel's not monetized. It will never be monetized. Actually, I just looked today, and I just hit 467 subscribers. I fell back a little bit there. I lost a couple. I don't know why. Maybe it was just part of like what I do is every once in a while I do a subscription cleanup. I go through all the subscriptions, look at ones that I really haven't, either don't have any interest in anymore or whatever the case may be, and I take them off. So anyways, but I do appreciate all my subscribers, and so hope you'll join me very shortly for the Horton build. Bye now.